This probably isn't the most fun conversation to have, and something that a lot of people, if you're like me, they really don't like to discuss, yet it's an important topic of how are we going to pay for ourselves or for our elder family members for independent or assisted living. Hi, I'm Denise Swick with Remax Performance, and here are 5 tips or 5 ways that you can actually pay for extended care living once we get into our elder years. There's a lot of services out there that are progressing every single day to allow our seniors to stay in their homes safely. However, when the time comes for an independent by choice or by necessary or an assisted living, how are we going to pay for that? Well, there's several different ways, but here are the top 5, in my opinion, from the research I've done, is long-term insurance. Long-term insurance is simply a policy, kind of like a life insurance policy. This probably isn't something that is good if you haven't pre-planned and thought about it before, because it's an insurance policy that you pay into over time, such when the need arises that you do have the policy that will take care of your living expenses in an assisted living or an independent living facility. Some people believe that Medicare will pay for independent or assisted living facilities. However, that's just not the case. They may pay for a very short-term independent or assisted living if there's an illness involved, but Medicare is not a long-term solution to that. Medicaid, on the other hand, is an option for assisted and long-term or independent long-term living care. However, Medicaid has its own little intricate details of how much money you can have, spending down your assets, and so forth. But Medicaid is a government program that long-term, someone who doesn't have the means to pay it on their own, once their assets are spent down, Medicaid will take over. However, not every assisted or independent living facility will take Medicaid or a Medicaid voucher. There's other ways out there as well. If you're a veteran, there's aid and assistance for veterans, for the veteran themselves and or for a surviving spouse. However, just make sure when you're looking for independent or assisted living facilities that they do take your veteran benefits. There's a few more, maybe a little riskier types of paying for assisted living and independent living, which is investment-based options. There's what's called a life settlement. A life settlement is something that you pay into kind of like an insurance policy. And when it comes time to move into one of those facilities, the insurance companies will purchase that life insurance policy back at 50 cents or 75 cents on the dollar. So say, for example, if you have a $200,000 life insurance policy, they pay you 50% of that, they'd give you $100,000 cash, right? So that's another option, is a life settlement. Another option is an annuity. An annuity is something that you pay into over time, and then it has a promise to pay you back. So a lump sum that you could either put in or pay over time will give you X amount per month with interest so that you can actually pay for your assisted or independent living as the annuity. And one of the more risky type and short-term types of financing is a bridge loan. And this happens often when we're selling people's homes. They will need to take a bridge loan out because all of their equity is in their property. So they negotiate with a bank to bridge the equity in their house so that they can move into the independent or assisted living facility, with hopes that the property will absolutely sell in a certain time frame that's negotiated with the bank, right? So when you're using that type of financing, the bridge loan, it's really important that you make sure that the agent that you're working with is competent, has a plan, and can guarantee that your house will be sold by the time frame that the note is due on your bridge loan. So hopefully these 5 options have helped on how to pay for assisted living or independent living. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm a senior certified relocation specialist, as well as certified in helping estates and probates. So thanks for watching. I look forward to hearing from you soon.